Stoicism and emotional mastery. Stoics believed that emotions, while natural, should not control us. Instead of suppressing emotions, the Stoic approach involves understanding and managing them. By recognizing that our thoughts shape our feelings, we can respond to emotions with reason and clarity. For example, anger can be transformed into understanding, fear into courage, and sadness into reflection. Through practices like mindfulness and cognitive reframing, Stoicism teaches us how to process emotions without letting them dictate our actions. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, highlighting the importance of cultivating positive mental habits to shape our emotional world. Stoicism and the power of acceptance. One of the most profound aspects of Stoic philosophy is the power of acceptance. Stoics encourage us to accept the things we cannot change and focus our energy on what is within our control. This attitude of radical acceptance doesn't mean giving up or resigning to fate, but rather understanding that resistance to external circumstances only causes unnecessary suffering. By practicing acceptance, we can free ourselves from frustration and anxiety, allowing us to focus on cultivating virtue and living with purpose. Seneca reminds us, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." The role of wisdom in Stoicism. Wisdom is the cornerstone of Stoic thought. It involves understanding the nature of the world, the limits of our control, and the importance of virtue in living a meaningful life. For Stoics, wisdom is not about accumulating knowledge for knowledge's sake, but about applying practical understanding to navigate life's challenges. The Stoics taught that wisdom allows us to discern what truly matters, prioritize our actions, and maintain tranquility in times of adversity. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants, emphasizing that wisdom leads to contentment, not the pursuit of material wealth. The practice of journaling in Stoicism. Journaling is a key practice for Stoics seeking to reflect on their thoughts and actions. Writing daily helps us gain clarity about our emotions, reactions, and experiences, and allows us to align our actions with our values. Stoics such as Marcus Aurelius were known to have kept personal journals in which they reflected on their philosophy, personal growth, and the challenges they faced. This practice helps cultivate mindfulness, track progress, and reinforce Stoic principles. Journaling becomes a powerful tool to review our thoughts, refine our character, and stay focused on living a virtuous life. Stoic leadership. Stoicism has influenced many great leaders throughout history. Stoic principles offer a framework for leading with wisdom, integrity, and composure. A Stoic leader remains calm in the face of crisis, makes decisions based on reason rather than emotion, and prioritizes the well-being of others. By practicing virtues such as justice, courage, and temperance, Stoic leaders inspire those around them and create positive change. Whether in business, politics, or social movements, Stoic leadership emphasizes the importance of leading by example and staying grounded in principles of fairness, virtue, and responsibility. The Stoic challenge of adversity. Stoicism teaches that adversity is an inevitable part of life, but it does not need to define us. The Stoics believed that challenges are opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By reframing difficulties as chances to practice virtue, we can face adversity with courage and strength. Whether it's a personal setback, a professional failure, or a health challenge, the Stoic approach teaches us to focus on what we can control: our reactions, our mindset, and our ability to remain true to our principles. As Seneca wisely stated, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. The Stoic pursuit of virtue. The Stoics believed that virtue is the only true good and that everything else, wealth, fame, pleasure, are external factors that do not contribute to our happiness. Virtue, in Stoic terms, is living in accordance with reason and nature. This includes practicing wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in all aspects of life. For the Stoic, pursuing virtue is not about attaining perfection, but about continually striving to become a better person. By making virtue our highest priority, we can live a life that is aligned with our deepest values and principles, regardless of the external circumstances. Stoicism and social relationships. While Stoics believe in individual self-mastery, they also recognize the importance of relationships and community. Stoicism encourages us to treat others with fairness, respect, and kindness, understanding that we are all interconnected. A Stoic seeks to build positive, harmonious relationships, focusing on empathy and compassion rather than judgment or conflict. Stoic philosophy teaches that our interactions with others are an opportunity to practice virtue and contribute to the common good. By cultivating meaningful relationships, we not only enrich our own lives but also create a positive impact on those around us. Stoic resilience in modern life. In today's fast-paced and unpredictable world, Stoicism offers a powerful tool for resilience. The Stoic principles of focusing on what we can control, accepting what we cannot, and developing a calm, rational mindset can help us navigate the complexities of modern life. Whether dealing with career challenges, personal struggles, or global uncertainties, Stoicism provides a timeless framework for maintaining emotional equilibrium and thriving in the face of adversity. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The enduring wisdom of Stoicism. Stoicism, despite being an ancient philosophy, offers timeless wisdom that is just as relevant today as it was centuries ago. In a world filled with distractions, stress, and uncertainty, Stoic teachings offer a way to live with purpose, resilience, and peace of mind. The Stoics' emphasis on virtue, self-control, and the importance of inner tranquility has inspired countless individuals throughout history and continues to offer valuable insights for anyone seeking a life of meaning and integrity. By adopting Stoic principles, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and cultivate a lasting sense of inner peace. In conclusion, Stoicism provides a robust and practical philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life in the face of adversity. By focusing on virtue, wisdom, and resilience, we can overcome challenges, live authentically, and find peace in the present moment. Through self-reflection, acceptance, and mindful action, Stoicism offers us a path to personal growth, emotional mastery, and a life of purpose and meaning. Stoic mindfulness and awareness. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is the practice of mindfulness, or being fully aware of our thoughts, actions, and emotions. The Stoics believe that we must be conscious of the present moment and the choices we make, as it is our responses to life circumstances that define our character. Practicing mindfulness helps us avoid being swept away by our emotions or external events. It allows us to choose rational, virtuous responses, ensuring that we live in harmony with our values. By being present, we can let go of regret about the past and anxiety about the future, focusing on what we can control right now. The Stoic practice of negative visualization. One of the powerful techniques used by Stoics is negative visualization, the practice of imagining the loss of something or someone we cherish. This may seem counterintuitive, but it helps us develop gratitude for what we have and prepares us emotionally for potential loss. By visualizing worst-case scenarios, we reduce fear and increase our resilience. The Stoics believed that by contemplating hardships in advance, we can face them with more courage and composure when they arise. As Seneca famously said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The Stoic approach to success and failure. Success and failure are external outcomes that are often beyond our control. The Stoics emphasize that it is our response to these events, rather than the events themselves, that truly matter. In the face of success, a Stoic remains humble, recognizing that fortune can be fleeting. In the face of failure, a Stoic does not despair, but instead looks for the lessons and opportunities for growth. The Stoic approach to success and failure encourages us to maintain our equanimity, regardless of external circumstances. By focusing on the process and our efforts, rather than the outcomes, we can find fulfillment in the journey, not just the destination. The influence of Stoicism on modern psychology. Stoicism has had a profound influence on modern psychology, particularly in the development of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT, which helps individuals identify and change negative thought patterns, draws heavily from Stoic principles of self-awareness, rational thinking, and emotional regulation. Both Stoicism and CBT emphasize the importance of focusing on our internal thoughts and beliefs rather than external events. By learning to challenge irrational beliefs and reframe negative thinking, individuals can improve their mental health and overall well-being. The intersection of Stoic philosophy and modern psychology highlights the enduring relevance of Stoic wisdom in our contemporary lives. Stoic wisdom in facing life's uncertainty. Life is filled with uncertainty, and the Stoics teach us how to navigate it with wisdom and resilience. By accepting that uncertainty is an inherent part of existence, we can stop fighting against it and instead focus on how we respond to it. Stoicism encourages us to embrace the unknown with a calm, rational mindset, knowing that we cannot control everything. Instead of fearing uncertainty, we can use it as an opportunity to practice flexibility, adaptability, and courage. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Stoicism and the concept of the dichotomy of control. One of the most fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. This principle emphasizes the distinction between things that are within our control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and things that are not, other people's actions, external events, and the past. By focusing on what we can control and letting go of attachment to things outside our control, we can maintain inner peace and reduce stress. The dichotomy of control is a powerful tool for navigating life's challenges, as it allows us to stop wasting energy on things we cannot change and instead channel our efforts into what we can influence. The importance of community in Stoic philosophy. Although Stoicism is often associated with individual self-mastery, the Stoics also believed in the importance of community and human connection. The Stoics recognized that we are all part of a larger whole and that our actions should contribute to the common good. They taught that we should approach others with empathy, kindness, and fairness, treating them as fellow human beings rather than as obstacles or enemies. The Stoic community emphasizes the value of shared wisdom, support, and cooperation, reminding us that while we are responsible for our own happiness, we also have a duty to contribute to the well-being of others. The Stoic view of death and mortality. Stoicism encourages us to reflect on our own mortality and the inevitability of death. Rather than avoiding the topic, the Stoics taught that contemplating death can help us live a more meaningful and intentional life. By acknowledging that life is finite, we are reminded to prioritize what truly matters and to let go of trivial concerns. The Stoics believed that by accepting death as a natural part of life, we can free ourselves from the fear of it and live fully in the present. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." The role of discipline in Stoicism. Discipline is a key component of Stoic practice. The Stoics believed that cultivating self-discipline in all aspects of life, whether in our thoughts, actions, or habits, is essential for living a virtuous life. Through discipline, we learn to control our impulses, resist distractions, and focus on what is truly important. Whether it's maintaining a consistent daily routine, practicing mindfulness, or sticking to our principles in the face of temptation, discipline helps us stay aligned with our values and goals. The Stoic commitment to discipline allows us to build character and live with integrity. The Stoic perspective on wealth and materialism. Stoicism teaches that wealth and material possessions are neither good nor bad in themselves. Rather, it is our attitude towards them that matters. The Stoics believed that true happiness does not come from the accumulation of wealth or material goods, but from living a life of virtue and wisdom. They taught that we should not be attached to material things, as they are transient and outside of our control. Instead, we should cultivate contentment with what we have and focus on developing inner richness through virtuous living. As Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." These are just some of the ways in which Stoic philosophy offers valuable tools and perspectives for navigating the complexities of modern life. By embracing Stoicism, we can learn to live with greater resilience, wisdom, and peace of mind, regardless of the challenges we face. The Stoic path to inner freedom. One of the ultimate goals of Stoic philosophy is to achieve inner freedom. This is not freedom in the traditional sense of external circumstances or lack of obligations, but freedom from the tyranny of our own emotions, desires, and irrational thoughts. The Stoics teach that by mastering our internal world, we can free ourselves from the negative influence of fear, anger, and anxiety. Inner freedom allows us to act in alignment with our values, regardless of external circumstances, and live a life of purpose and meaning. The Stoic approach to freedom is rooted in the idea that true freedom comes from self-mastery and the ability to control how we respond to the world around us. The Stoic practice of journaling. Journaling is a common practice among Stoics, and it is a powerful tool for self-reflection and personal growth. The Stoics would regularly write down their thoughts, emotions, and reflections on their actions and experiences. By doing so, they could examine their behavior, assess their progress, and identify areas for improvement. Journaling helps cultivate mindfulness, self-awareness, and intentional living. It allows us to track our journey, reflect on our experiences, and ensure that we are staying true to our Stoic principles. Whether it's recording our daily challenges, setting goals, or reflecting on our emotions, journaling is a valuable Stoic practice that promotes self-discipline and growth. The role of rationality in Stoicism. Rationality is at the core of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believe that we should use our reason to guide our decisions, actions, and reactions. By relying on rational thought rather than being driven by emotions or impulses, we can make choices that are aligned with our values and lead to a virtuous life. The Stoics teach that by developing our rational faculties, we can gain clarity and discernment in navigating life's challenges. Reason allows us to view events objectively, without being swept away by irrational thoughts or destructive emotions. By practicing rationality, we can live in accordance with nature and make decisions that contribute to our well-being and the well-being of others. Stoicism and the power of perspective. The Stoics understood that our perspective shapes how we experience the world. They taught that by changing our perception of events, we can change our emotional response to them. For example, instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, the Stoics encouraged us to view them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By shifting our perspective, we can transform adversity into wisdom and strength. The Stoic practice of reframing helps us deal with negative situations in a constructive way, allowing us to maintain peace of mind and resilience even in difficult times. The Stoic virtue of justice. Justice is one of the 4 cardinal virtues in Stoicism, along with wisdom, courage, and temperance. The Stoics believe that living a just life involves treating others with fairness, integrity, and respect, and contributing to the common good. Justice, in Stoic terms, goes beyond legal or societal definitions. It is about acting in accordance with universal principles of fairness and equity. Stoics teach that we should strive to be just in all of our interactions, recognizing that we are part of a larger human community. By living justly, we create a harmonious society and cultivate inner peace by aligning our actions with virtue. Stoicism and emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to cope with stress, adversity, and emotional turmoil. Stoicism is a philosophy that strongly promotes emotional resilience by teaching us how to manage our emotions and maintain composure in the face of life's challenges. The Stoics believe that we should not be controlled by our emotions, but rather use reason to regulate them. By understanding the root causes of our emotions and accepting that we cannot control everything, we can cultivate emotional resilience. Stoic practices, such as meditation, journaling, and reflection, help us build the inner strength needed to stay calm and grounded in times of crisis. The Stoic approach to anger. Anger is a powerful and destructive emotion that can lead us to act impulsively and regret our actions later. The Stoics offer valuable guidance on how to manage and overcome anger. They teach that anger arises from our attachment to things outside of our control and our belief that we are being wronged. By recognizing that we cannot control other people's actions or external events, we can let go of our anger and maintain our inner peace. Stoics recommend practicing patience, empathy, and perspective-taking when faced with anger-provoking situations. By choosing to respond calmly and rationally, we can avoid the negative consequences of anger and act in a way that aligns with our values. The Stoic ideal of living in harmony with nature. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the idea that we should live in harmony with nature. For the Stoics, nature refers to both the natural world and the rational order of the universe. They believed that we are part of this larger cosmic order and that our actions should be in line with its principles. Living in harmony with nature means accepting the impermanence of life, embracing change, and understanding that everything has its place in the grand scheme of things. The Stoic approach to nature encourages us to live a simple, virtuous life, free from excessive desire or attachment to material things. By aligning ourselves with the natural order, we can experience greater peace, contentment, and fulfillment. Stoicism and the art of letting go. Letting go is a crucial aspect of Stoic practice. The Stoics teach that attachment to things, people, or outcomes can lead to suffering, as we cannot control or predict the future. By letting go of our attachment to external things, we free ourselves from the anxiety and frustration that often arise when things do not go as planned. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, while accepting that we cannot control the world around us. Letting go allows us to live with greater freedom, as we are no longer bound by the need to control or cling to things that are beyond our reach. The power of self-reflection in Stoicism. Self-reflection is an essential practice for any Stoic. By regularly reflecting on our actions, thoughts, and emotions, we can gain insight into our behavior and identify areas for improvement. The Stoics believed that self-reflection allows us to align our actions with our values and live more intentionally. By asking ourselves questions such as, "Did I act virtuously today?" Or "What can I learn from this situation?" we cultivate self-awareness and wisdom. Self-reflection also helps us to develop humility, as we recognize our flaws and commit to improving ourselves. Through this process, we can grow as individuals and lead more fulfilling lives. These practices and teachings highlight the depth and relevance of Stoic philosophy in navigating the complexities of life. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that can help us cultivate resilience, virtue, and inner peace, enabling us to lead more purposeful and meaningful lives.